Looks like Ellie brought us a present. Got a sick critter?
Yeah.
Is that the new gun?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks spiffy. Our old dart gun has been, every once in a while when we shoot, it just blink.
Well, we've had it
Doesn't-
repaired several times over
It doesn't
the
hold
years.
pressure anymore very
The
well.
last couple times we've had it fixed, they said it's getting really corroded, da-da-da.
So we finally got a new gun.
But on the upside, if we miss, we can blame it on the new gun.
Very true. So we're gonna dart that critter,
Start that critter.
dart it, and then we'll go from there. How many pumps is the right number of pumps, Dad?
Well, I was talking to Brad the other day, and he said watching our video, he couldn't believe how many we pumped it. So maybe we've been thinking some, and maybe you should do a little less. Maybe do a 6 pump.
I'll do a 7.
He says he does like a 4.
This just looks fancy. Man.
I don't think this would hurt too bad if I stabbed you with it.
Don't even hold that near me. Yeah, that's 04.
Should we get closer now or what?
There's another calf's butthole in the way.
Yeah. Move your butthole. I'll pull head. Be very quiet when hunting wabbit.
Kind of like that deer I shot in the last video. Except that one was running.
He's gonna die of sickness before you shoot him. Keep fiddling around.
I just don't feel confident with the 7 pump. I need an 8.
It's top. Oh, that might help. Got safe on too. Look away, fella. Look away.
It hurts less when you look away.
Well, there's a bigger spot to shoot to. There it is. Oh, he's back. This could be the longest shot it ever, longest amount of time it ever took to shoot a clave. Do it.
Its ear hole's in the way.
Yeah, many years ago I actually shot and went right through its ear tag. Missed the calf. It was hanging on the tag. Oh, there it is. Almost. Ooh.
Oh.
Didn't drop much, did it?
No.
Almost stick straight up because of the
Right in the vertebrae.
right in the spinal column.
I guess I didn't need 8 pumps. Maybe that's why Brad doesn't need so many pumps. Maybe his gun's better than ours.
That's what I was trying to tell you. What's wrong with you?
I don't listen when you talk. It's around Thanksgiving time. Happy Thanksgiving to all y'all. Historically, the last few years, it has been perfect weather. Plus, I've been back from school to where we can tear out some fence and put some fence in because, you know, we got harvest done, weaning's done, and so that's just kind of what we work on. What's your favorite thing to do during Thanksgiving?
I don't know about favorite, but I know that our most common thing we do a lot of times, because you're home for an extended time from college, is we put some fence in.
Yep, so we are getting ready. Dad's gonna have to grab some railroad ties today.
Which means I get to go to town while Cole starts tearing out old fence.
Which
Yeah.
means I get lunch.
But I bring him lunch home.
Yes.
But not Arby's.
So we're gonna get, not Arby's, what? So we're gonna get the flatbed trailer put on the 98 Chevy. We're gonna get the skid loader up on there. I'm gonna tear out fence. That's the goal for today, is just get it all tore out tomorrow. We gotta put it all in. That is a beautiful tractor. Ever since we got that other pickup, the 98 Chevy hasn't been used very much. Plus, it's got a small antifreeze leak. It's a little chilly today, about freezing, so hopefully she starts. She back. Is it thirsty?
Yeah. I'd like to take this opportunity to give Dairy Queen an opportunity to sponsor me before Arby's sponsors him. I want to see who steps up, because I prefer Dairy Queen, he prefers Arby's, but I will tell you this, if one of you sponsor us, the other guy will convert and be true to that potential.
Yeah, we're sellouts over here. We're sellouts.
Free ice cream for life.
For ice cream, we're sellouts.
Yeah, Dairy Queen. What do you got any cheering to say for your side? I know you've been talking to Arby's, telling, or not talking to him, but challenging Arby's.
I tag them and stuff on Instagram all the time, and they've never once replied.
Well, I got news for you. We feel like maybe we got a cracked intake manifold the way that's smoking like that.
No.
Maybe that's where our water's going. Good thing about that flatbed.
I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, I know you.
All I know is that right now it's running, and so that means it's good.
And eventually it won't be, and then it's bad. I did a shout out to Billie Eilish a long time ago. I'm still waiting on that. So, but I'd rather have Dairy Queen come respond to me. Look at that. That's a no drip.
That
pour.
looks tasty.
That's a no drip pour. Yeah, you don't want to drink that stuff.
So the last video, we were hunting some deer, and I ended up getting one. He's a decent 4x4. It was a pretty fun couple hunts, so if you want to check that video out, it was just the last video if you go to the channel. We've had this pallet of barbed wire sitting there for quite a few months, and now we're going to finally get to using it. Howdy.
Hello.
So we're ready to take off. Dad's gonna take that to town, put a whole bundle of railroad ties on it. It's gonna be squatting pretty good, I bet. Whew. This whole thing's got some smell to it. The heater works, so that's pretty nice. So we're gonna head out and we're gonna tear out. The plan is about a 1/4 mile of fence. Not too bad. I hope there's fuel in that Bobcat. Oop. Gotta get this gate open. There's a guy coming. Looks like we're gonna have a traffic jam. So we just pulled into the cemetery field of corn. This is our first field that we planted with the new planter. And we also drilled that 15, 16 foot of grass along the trees. We did that because there's all these trees growing in the fence line. We didn't want to have to tear them out for a number of reasons. So there's a whole 1/2 mile of fence here. Actually, there's a jog that goes north to south also, so it's a little bit longer than a 1/2 mile. But we're gonna start way down and tear out the first 1/4 mile of fence. And tomorrow we're gonna come in and put the new stuff in. But any day now we could get a big snowstorm and then it'll be too deep, or if the ground freezes, or if it gets too wet. So we don't want to tear out the whole thing, get ahead of ourselves, and then not get it put in, because you know we need that fence there for when we start putting cattle out on pastures. Old girl made it to the field. Proud of you. Today we're just gonna do this first 1/4 mile. We'll just unload the skid loader, get ripping. Quickly, I want to mention why we're tearing this out. One reason why is they got these janky old posts in it, and so they got these small kind of, I don't know, we'll just call them waves. And so you can see the cattle can push the wire up and down real easy. Also, in some of the spots, the snow has really pushed it down, so it's really low. That's due in part to the woven wire that's on it. That stuff loves to catch snow and pull the fence down. And that's also the worst part. That's my least favorite part of old fences, is they got the woven in. I'm sure it was great for holding hogs way back when, but now it just sucks for me tearing it out and rolling it up. Anyway, that's enough talking. Let's get some work done. Evergreen, more like ever pain in my butt. Skid loader's been rubbing on so many evergreens, I think it's starting to smell like a cab driver. All the wires are basically ripped off. There were a couple posts. You see, the ones that have these ridges, the post actually comes out. But when you get to these ones, they just have so much less grab on them that the post stays in the ground and the wires rip off. This wouldn't be too bad if it wasn't for trees that ended up growing on the inside of the fence. 11:30, not bad. I bet you we'll get the corner posts in before the end of the day, and then tomorrow all we got to do is string wires. Speed up the day when you got those in already. All right, so now it's time for the fun part. Like I said, you can see some of that wire is on the back side of some trees. There's going to be some nice long runs where it's easy going, but then there's going to be random jazz like that where you got to cut every wire. Is the moon out already? So I've been going at this for 19 minutes. I got from the end to here. Oh, at this rate it's gonna take an hour and a half. Ain't bad. I'm getting sick of it. Oh, man. I could really go for some DQ right now. If you could figure out the age of this tree, you could maybe figure out close to the age of this fence. I just hope the fences we're putting in now last as long as the fences that we're tearing out. We're on a roll now. Must be a long line of DQ today. We're getting there. Just from here to there left. We got that done, except I know there's one spot in there that there was like a bunch of trees that I left. Then we'll come down, pull each post, and then probably set the corners and be done for the day, start back up tomorrow. Dad and I are pretty quick at putting in a fence, so we should be able to easily get this quarter-mile done tomorrow. Looks like all the cows are figuring out that they have some new land to explore. Hopefully the gates are shut out there. Woo! Yeah, I'd say it's squatting, Dad. Those do look pretty fancy.
They're mediums.
Medium? Oh!
Got a whole bunch of farm magazines again today. Progressive Farmer, Successful Farmer.
Well, maybe if you read them, we'd be
Prairie Grains.
We'd be doing
Almond
better.
Cornheads. What's he doing? Look at that. The bucket's on backwards. He doesn't know what he's doing.
What's up?
Nothing. Go roll wire and then pull posts.
Bingo.
Bingo, bango, bongo. How do I get way down from way up here?
I think you gotta climb down.
Climb or jump? Oh! I missed it. Okay.
Don't hurt yourself, Pa.
Are we...
It looks like a long ways when you stand down here and try to see the pickup down at the other end.
I've been helping for 15 minutes. My back hurts. I'm out of breath. And Cole did 98% of the work.
Don't forget it.
But keep this in mind. You did 98% of it, but I still worked harder than you. I just didn't get as much done.
Uh-huh. Everything's rolled up. Oh, look at this. It's an antique. Old disc blade or something. That one's got scoliosis. We're gonna put the corners in that we need for this fence. Couple things we need yet. We're gonna drill a 6-inch pilot hole and then pound the railroad tie in because the ground's a little cold plus a little dry, so we don't think we can just pound a whole railroad tie in right now with these conditions. So I gotta run home, grab the post hole digger and the hammer. And Dad's gotta go run and get For some reason I felt like there was a mountain lion following me. Dad's gotta go run and get a couple brace posts. Messed up. So I drove up and I dropped off the post hole digger, which isn't a big deal, besides the fact that I started tipping backwards when I backed off. Well, get back up to pick that off there. There's no way I'm going to be able to get up there because I'm going to keep tipping backwards. We're going to have to take the forks and wrap a chain around here and pick it off this way, because when I tried driving up here with no weight on the front, no attachment on the front, I just tipped back over. I didn't realize that until my back end started banging into the ground and I was falling backwards, backing off. Hopefully I'm wrong. Let's just try it. Oh. Ain't gonna make it. It took some time putting those in, and we put a pilot hole in, so I'm pretty glad we did that. And we don't have to tamp them in, so it's kind of a win-win.
Say hello to my little friend.
I don't know about you, but this amazes me. You see this? Is that one poo, or is that multiple poos?
That's one of those great poos that you get once in a while that you're like, yeah, that was a good one.
That's nuts. There's gotta be a buffalo running around somewhere. Oh yeah, look at that. That's fancy. Okay, so we are ready. We got a nice corner. This is not a double, but it's a legitimate corner because we plan on heading that way and then even later heading that way. Honestly, I wouldn't doubt that by the end of next week we have it all done, but who knows. Tomorrow, gonna be stringing that. We're gonna need a few posts, a few wood posts. We'll be slapping that in tomorrow. Well, that was weird. We just pulled in and then sat there for a while and then pulled out.